Welcome to the next lesson, creating a professional online presence. And in this lesson, we're going to learn why having a professional online presence will greatly help you out in this business, and then I'm going to show you how to set one up for practically free. An online presence is simply a collection of websites and social media profiles that define you and your business on the internet. And since we're selling products online, this is really the only way that people and businesses have of finding us nowadays. No one really uses the phone book or the yellow pages. Instead, they log into their computer, their phone, or their laptop, and they simply search and look you up. This is important because having a professional online presence creates immediate trust and legitimacy. And while these steps here are absolutely optional, we found that they will greatly help you when you work with potential suppliers. And since this is the module when we're doing that, it would be best to have this set up before you start contacting your suppliers. By setting up just a few online profiles, you'll be ready to go in no time at all. And the following are fast, easy, and nearly free to set up. The first and most important would be a domain email address. So instead of having a common email service, such as Gmail or Yahoo, it always looks a bit more professional if your emails are coming from a real domain similar to what your company name might look like. In this example, I'm using mike@ninjaspatulas.com if that were my brand or company name. Now, if you don't have a company or brand name picked out right now, that's totally fine. You can always try and just use your Gmail or whatever email address you currently have, or you can come up with a generic business name to use for now, since these are incredibly affordable to set up and you can always change it later on. Next would be a LinkedIn profile. These are completely free to set up, and LinkedIn is now the worldwide standard for both businesses and professionals looking to create a professional online presence. This way, if you're communicating with a supplier, if they look you up on LinkedIn, they'll see that you are a real person that they are dealing with, and it'll help out in your negotiations. If you'll be sourcing any products off of Alibaba, then you'll also need to set up a completely free Alibaba profile. And I've listed this after LinkedIn because if you already have a LinkedIn profile, it makes it very fast and easy to use that when creating your Alibaba profile. The last thing you can set up is a Facebook page for your business, which is separate from your own personal Facebook page. We're not actually going to use this right now. This is for future use. But later on, when you're building out your brand and then we're running ads towards your products, you will need a Facebook page. So it's always good to have it set up ahead of time, start getting a little age in Facebook's mind, because that makes it easier when you want to run ads later on. You don't have to publish it, and you can even change the name of this page, so it doesn't really matter what you call it right now. But I figure we might as well go out there and get one set up right now, just for future use. Now I'm going to log into my computer, and let's go take a look at how and where to get these different profiles set up. All right, so here I am on my web browser, and I have several tabs opened up. That way I can show you how easy it is to get these all set up. But the first one I'm on is GoDaddy.com, and this is where we can go out there and quickly get a domain and a personalized email address set up. You can actually use any of the hosting companies or domain sellers out there. There's HostGator, Web.com, dozens if not hundreds of them. This is just one example. I know that GoDaddy is very simple to work with, and they have a really good deal going on right now, which is why I'm going to suggest this one. If you go to their main site and click on promos and then hot deals, you will see that they actually have a domain, a website, and an email address all for just $1 a month. And this is good for an entire year. That means that you could basically spend $12 and have a personal domain, email, and even a website, which we don't need, all for $12. Also, that way, if you do decide to get a different brand name or company later on, you haven't invested or lost a lot of money at all. So this is just a really good, affordable option. Just be sure to keep in mind that these promotions change all the time, and this just happens to be the one they have going on when I'm creating this video. When you're watching this, it may be a completely different promotion, so be sure to check out and see what other promotions GoDaddy has going on. Now here's how you set this one up. You simply click on the Get Started button, and this will describe a little bit more in detail what they're offering. So here's where you would do a search for the domain name that you want. And then it's going to tell you that you'll get a domain name, a website, and again, we don't need this right now, and also a personal email address. Plus, I love this over here, free human support. And GoDaddy really does have great support. So this way, once you make your purchase of your domain and your email address, you can have them walk you through the entire process. And they're excellent at taking even the most beginners of people like myself and showing you exactly how to get this set up. So I'm not going to walk through actually picking out a site and ordering it, because you can just simply do that yourself and then call GoDaddy to get it all set up. Now, once you do have your own email address set up, the next thing you can do is go and get yourself a LinkedIn profile. So let's create one right here. Let's say that I'm going to be Mike McClary, Mike at ninjaspatulas.com. Yes, I really do have that website. Let's create this profile. Now it's going to verify a few things here for me. Put in my zip code. No, I'm not a student. I'm an owner of Ninja Spatulas. And for the industry, let's see. We're going to pick out, I believe it's retail is what we want. And retail. All right. Click on next. And then you just answer a few simple things on here. Let's see, what do I want to do? We want to build my, I want to stay up to date in my industry. You can pick any one of those. It doesn't really matter what it is. Now they've sent a code to me. I'm going to go verify that and I'll be right back. Okay, so I just confirmed my email address. So the next thing you can do, you just add a few simple things. It's going to walk you right through it, but basically upload a picture and type a little bit about you. I'll do that right now. You don't have to sit here and watch me do it, and then I'll come back again in a second when it's over. Okay, so I added a picture and I'm just adding some basic work details. So if you did create your own business, now just because you don't have a business set up like a corporation or S Corp or LLC, you don't have to have one of those to own a business. People own their own businesses every day. So you feel free to say that you do own your business. You are now an entrepreneur. You're working on a business. So there's nothing wrong with telling people in your profile that you are a business owner. So I'm going to put in some basic details here. All right, I work at Ninja Spatulas. I'm the owner and I'm done. And basically, there we go. There is my profile. You could go ahead and add any more information that you wanted to on here. But basically, really all you need is just an image, a name, and the fact that you are a real person owning a business, and then you're all done with LinkedIn. So that's it for this. Now let's go ahead and take a look at Alibaba next. Now, here I am on the registration page for here. I'm going to click on either the join free, or if you notice this down here, it says sign in with LinkedIn. And since we already have an account on LinkedIn, this is going to make this process really simple. They're asking just for some basic information. I need to give them this and my password. Allow access. And it's automatically getting us over here to create a new account. It's populated my email address, my name, my company name. The company name, actually, I'm going to, instead of the owner at Ninja Spatulas, I'm going to change that just to Ninja Spatulas. And you can decide not to receive this if you want to. I'll click on submit. And then we are done. We have created our own Alibaba profile in addition to our LinkedIn profile. This is all that you need, and we're going to be using this account in an upcoming video to actually source some products. But for the last thing, let me show you how to create a simple Facebook page for your business. Now here I am on my personal Facebook page. The only thing that I did is I actually just selected the option to create a page. It's under, you'll see it under your own menu up here. You can simply just drop that down and you'll see a button that says create a page. And once you do that, you will get to this page. And then I'm going to choose what type of page. I like to choose brand or product. And then the category again, I would make it as a brand because that's traditionally what we're going to be building here. And then you just give it any name you want for your brand. We're going to call this one Ninja Spatulas Round 4 because I've created several of these now. And I'll click Get Started. And then once we're done here, and then our page is created. Now we don't have a profile, we don't have a cover picture, but that's okay. We're not really using this page. It's not even published and available to anyone. We just want to create this to get it out of the way so that later on when we're building out our brand, it's already there. And also later on when we're using this to do some advertising during our promotion, our page has a little bit of age to it. Now that this lesson's over, you should have a professional online presence set up for yourself. That means we're ready to start looking for suppliers. So head on over to the next video and let's start doing that.